Hey, Shalom. All praises to Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shai Bashem Rakak Dash, and double honors to the elders that came before us, and peace to you, sincere brothers, the true house of David. And basically, man, I just wanted to go over a couple things real quick, and you have to believe this truth for yourself, as we say time and time again. And once you're able to believe this thing for yourself, then you can make the decisions for yourself, and you can see who's who. The role of the prophets was to give you the vision where you had to not only see, but they gave you the vision where you could seek this thing out for yourself. And one of the key things you have to understand is that Yahweh Shai and the men of the Lord, they took the load because they wasn't of this world. And it's all about in the inside. It's what are you rich in the inside? That's where this thing really counts. Being rich in the inward parts. So I'm gonna read through Luke 11 a little bit. Because when you understand that the Lord, as you go to, if you read through Luke 11 and Matthew 23 and certain scriptures, but all through his ministry, he was teaching men to have sight, and he was teaching faith. He was actually going in and building you up from the inside, not from the outside. This world is carnal, and men are carnal. So what men are basing what men and Lord are, they're basing it off the carnal, the outward appearance. That they're basing it off of things that's basically they're basing it off of things that's basically of the flesh. And the Lord, he didn't look at things that way. When you talk about the weightier matters of the law, then you're going into the things in the inside that weighs the most. Your integrity, the faith, the things you can't see. And that's what the Lord, he built up. So when you actually understand those things, those are the things are going to base your salvation on, because your integrity, your discernment, and your faith, these things inside of you will actually guide you. And these are the things of the spirit, which is the might, like the scriptures say, the counsel of might. And the ultimate power is just having the sight to see, opening God's spiritual eyes, not your carnal fucking eyes, but your eyes to see things, to see everything, to see everybody. And we're in a time now, it's like certain things men say, certain things they do, the videos they do, how they bring this out and what they're doing, and it just determines how they really fucking feel about this. Luke 11 and 33, it says, "No man, when he had lighted a candle, put it in a secret place, neither under a bushel, but on a candlestick, that they which come in may see the light. The light of the body is the eye. Therefore, when thine eye is single, thine whole body is full of light." Right? So like if you have this light, you're going to let the light shine. And if you could really see, you're really going to show that you can see. And this is not about men. This is about you and the Heavenly Father. And this is about the elect. That's why the elect won't be blinded. Because guys are blinding the world. They're not blinding the X-Men. They're not blinding the elect. They're teaching to the world. So that's their audience. That's their 15 minutes of fame. The Lord said you're not going to fool the elect. So that's what you have to keep in mind. The ones that's of the Lord, you're not gonna fool them. These people in the world, you could have every last one of them motherfuckers. And if you feel good teaching to people that's fucking dead, then that's you, man. You're of the fucking world. You're dead. Yeah, a lot of you guys, you're dead, like the Lord said, man. Blind leading the blind, you're dead. And you're burying the dead because you're not teaching life of Yahweh Shai. So guys are burying each other. The dead's following the dead. Dead subscribers, the multitude. Now let me keep reading this. It says the light of the body is the eye. Therefore, when the eye is single, the whole body is full of light. But when thine eye is evil, thine body is full of darkness. Right? Because one way to look at this thing is evil. If you wasn't sincere and you let this evil take you over, where it's not about really teaching the Lord's word, it's all about the ways of this world. It's about appeasing your flesh. And we don't use this word to appease our flesh. We use this word to teach the Lord's word, like he told us in Luke the 10th chapter. In Luke the 10th chapter, he said, let me see. Luke chapter 10, verse 1. After these things, the Lord appointed over 70 also, and sent them 2 and 2 before his face into every city and place whither he himself would come. Therefore he said unto them, the harvest is truly great, but the laborers are few. Pray for, therefore, that the Lord of the harvest would send forth laborers into this harvest. Right, so you have to understand, the Lord was sending men out on a specific mission, not for fame, but to actually labor in the Lord, because our prize comes after this world. We're not laboring for this world. This world is temporary, but our labor is eternal when you do it for the right things from the inside. See, we could tell every last one of you guys that's not really laboring for this thing in the inside, because you care about how you look. You care about how you look. You care about if you say cuss words. You want to be accepted of the world, and that's what we see, and we understand that. But when the Lord sent the 70 and he sent the prophets out 2 and 2, this was a labor that only a few could actually do. So it was like a high ops mission to teach this word in the spirit and to gather certain men. Now guys are just teaching this word for the world. And even though the world and crowds and certain men, they would hear the word, but what you have to understand is only a few would be able to gravitate to it and actually have that faith. Now, verse 3, it says, go your ways, behold, I'll send you forth as lambs among wolves. Carry neither purse nor scrip nor shoes, and salute no man by the way. And whatsoever house you enter, first say, peace be to this place. And it says, if the Son of Man peace be there, your peace shall rest upon it. If not, it shall turn to you again. Right? So when we teach this word and we're not accepted of it, then and guys don't accept it, then that's no peace among them. And that's why the scripture tell you in Acts real quick, because there's certain men on the planet, if you don't really hear their counsel, you're going to be destroyed. Acts chapter 3 verse 23, and it shall come to pass that every soul which will not hear their prophet shall be destroyed from among the people. Right? So you have certain men that are put here on the planet, and if you don't hear them, you're going to be destroyed. You're going to die. Now then you have certain men that's put here to teach deceitfully and get people destroyed. So what we are doing, we're teaching the distinct difference between the two type of prophets. So you have two distinct type of prophets. You have the prophets that the Lord sent out 2 and 2, and they didn't need anything but the Spirit. And then you had these false prophets, which in Luke 11 and in Matthew 23, which they were all about the outward appearance. But the Lord, he showed you that it was all about the inside. So Luke 11, going back, Luke 11 and 35, it says, take heed that the light which is in thee be not darkness, right? So the Lord, he taught us to have that light from the inward, and that light in the inward, which actually is the true light, is being able to have faith, being able to see, and discerning, you see, and mercy, which those are the weightier matters of the law, which he gave those to his disciples. And that's the spirit that we're going to teach him from the outside. Anything else in the inside of men is just darkness, you see, because the things of the flesh are deceit, hatred, wrath, witchcraft, things of the flesh. It says, therefore, if the whole body be full of light, having no part dark, the whole shall be full of light, as when the bright shining candle doeth give thee light. And as he spake, a certain Pharisee besought him to dine with him, and he went in and sat down. And when the Pharisee saw, he marveled that he had not first washed before dinner. And the Lord said unto him, do ye Pharisees make clean the outside of the cup, of the platter, but your inward parts is full of raveling wolves and wickedness. And right, and that's the carnal part, because the things of Yahushua are from the inside out, and this guy was carnal, and that's how men are. They're worried about the subscribers, the views, how they look. They want to be the greatest. They want to look like this in the world. But meanwhile, the Lord taught you how to build that inward man, like Paul said, his desires for the inward man. That's what the Lord was building. These Pharisees and men that sitting on high seats, because they're carnal and they don't have the spirit, they care about the outward things. Now it says, ye fools, do ye not make that which is without, make which is within also, but rather give alms such things that you have, and behold, all things are clean unto you. It says, but woe to you, Pharisees, for ye pay tithes of rue and all manner of herb, and pass over judgment and the love of the Lord. These ought ye to have undone, and leave the other undone. Woe to you, Pharisees, for ye love the uppermost seats in the synagogues, and the greetings in the markets. And that's what you have to understand. The Pharisees, the only thing they worried about was the outward appearance, how they actually look. Verse 44, so they love the uppermost seats. And that's a key right there, because the Lord, he didn't have no upper seat, like with no group or none of that. He was known for, the healings he did, but he didn't have no uppermost seat. That's why we're not affiliated with any camps or nobody. So, can't nobody call us and tell us to stop teaching this or don't say that. Can't nobody call us for shit. We're not a part of no groups. Because it's corruption. It's corruption everywhere. And the thing about it is, we don't want no part of the corruption. You see? Especially right now in this time. You got to stay away from that shit. But they pass over judgment, which is going into discerning, and the love of the Most High, which actually goes into faith. You see? And believing. A lot of guys, they don't believe in this, but they're using for the outward appearance. Now it says, woe to you, Pharisees, for you love the uppermost seats in the synagogues and the greetings in the markets. Woe to you, scribes, Pharisees, hypocrites, for ye are graves which appear not, and the men that walk over them are not aware of them. And then one of the lawyers said unto him, Master, thus saying, thou reproachest us also? And he said, woe unto ye, you also, ye lawyers, for you have laid men with burdens grievous to burn, and ye yourself touch not the burdens with one of your fingers. Right? These men are using the Lord's word. They're not of the Lord. They're not coming of the Lord. They tell you this, But these guys are fucking demons, man. And a lot of these guys, like the Lord tell you right here, verse 47, woe to you, for ye built sepulchres of the prophets, and your fathers killed them, right? So a lot of these guys acting like they're Yahushua and the prophets, but they had everything to do with killing the prophets. You see? Truly ye bear the witness that ye allow the deeds of your father, for they indeed killed them, and ye built their sepulchres. So it's all about illusion. You know, they give you this illusion that they're of the Lord, but men are not of the Lord. And remember, the Lord sent the men out 2 and 2, and this wasn't a mission of getting fame or clout. This were to gather the wheat up. So the majority of men that's using this word, they're gathering the tares. You see, these groups now, they're gathering the tares. And you know, the blood of the prophets is going to be required in this generation. But knowing the difference between the two, one will have the appearance on the outside and the abundance and the fame and the uppermost seats. And then the other prophets, they will have the abundance in the inside, which are going to be in a low place and not actually well known like that. But they'll be known, but they won't have the uppermost seats to teach this word. You have to know the two. But with that, man, I got to get out of here. I'll talk to you brothers a little bit later. Knowing the difference between the two. Hey, Shalom.